I have a 2022 Chevrolet Colorado, and I never subscribed to OnStar, not even when they gave us the free trial run when we left the dealership. Didn't want anything to do with it. I recently discovered something that shocked me. Some buddies of mine are auto theft detectives, and they were chasing a stolen Chevy car. And even though the owner of the car was not a subscriber to OnStar, they were able to call OnStar and have the car remotely shut down during the chase. Now, that's fine and good whenever the good guys are chasing the bad guys and it's justified. But I don't like the idea of a company that I have never been a customer of having the ability to turn my vehicle off whenever they feel like it. The next time there's some kind of lockdown or pandemic or some other nonsense like that, and we get told when and where we can go, I don't want somebody being able to push a button remotely and shut my truck off. So I decided I needed to get that thing out. The first thing I did was I located the box in the Chevy Colorado, which it's basically on the sidewall of your vehicle, back where your cabin air filter is. And I detached the coax cables that ran to the antennas, and I thought that would do the job. Started the truck up, the OnStar icon is still on the infotainment screen. I hit it, and it started calling OnStar like I was going to subscribe for service. So simply pulling the cables out did not work. I found a video that wasn't for a Colorado. It was for, I believe, a Chevy Equinox, or maybe it was a Trailblazer. But in any case, it had the same OnStar box that my truck has, which it is actually called a Telematics module. And the OnStar component of it is simply a circuit board that is within the Telematics module. I compared my model number on the box, which the box is made by LG, and in my 2022 Colorado, the model number was TTA19ANENN, and that was the same as the Trailblazer and the Equinox. Essentially, all you have to do is there's a heat sink that is screwed into the back of the box that's attached to the OnStar board. It's in between those two coax cables. And all you have to do is take the two screws out of that heatsink and then pull the board out the back of the box. To get that kick plate off of the fuse box, all you have to do is take this little wing nut off by hand. Little plastic wing nut, and then just grab it at the top and give it a little pull. And it's got some plastic tabs in there, but they're not delicate. You're not going to break them. You can see them here on the edges, and just pull that off, and now you have access from the bottom. To get your glove box out, all you have to do is go to the hinges, and on this end there's almost like a screw head, and just pry on that with a flathead screwdriver towards the passenger door. And then on this side, it's got a little plastic clip that you have to squeeze a little bit just to get it to go back out the hole. And then pull it all the way out. And that's what it looks like there. So you can see that end down there that you have to give a little squeeze to get it to back out, but just a flathead screwdriver just to pry it out that way. Then once you have both of those removed, undo your latch and the glove box will come right out. Now there used to be some kind of cord that was over here as a damper, but I'm guessing that the first guy that I had change the cabin air filter Probably just threw it away because mine wasn't on there. So, and then if you look from where your glove box used to be, behind your cabin air filter right here, you can see this black box back here. That is your Telematics module, which is where your OnStar is housed. Now there's two cables, look like coax cables, that go into the back. And I tried simply disconnecting those because I thought, oh, if the antenna is not going to it, it won't function. But somehow, some way, when I turned on the truck and clicked OnStar, it would still place a call. It would still connect. I don't understand why that is, but the solution is to remove the circuit board that those two cables are connected to. So to do that, first you got to get the box out because it's screwed in. Or excuse me, the circuit board is screwed in. So if you come in down here in the bottom, to the bottom of the box, you'll see there's a plastic tab holding it in. All you got to do is pull that tab down and then work the box down past that tab to get it out and get it to where it's hanging down here in front of your fuse box. Now it's got a wiring harness that's plugged into the back. Leave that plugged in. It's got some kind of crazy Deutsch connector that I don't even know how you get it out. I looked at it and it's a Deutsch connector I've never seen, but you don't need to take it out. You can leave that plugged in, and then to get the coax cables out, all you have to do, those are connected with Deutsch connectors as well. There's a red plastic tab on top of each one. Just push it away from the box with a flathead screwdriver, and then the plugs will come right off. And then once you have those plugs off, you'll have the back of the box exposed, and there's two T8 Torx screws in between the coax plugs, and then you just get a Torx head screwdriver and take those out, and I'll show you what the board looks like when you pull it out. So with this OnStar card and heat sink taken out of the back of the unit, there's a big old opening, and I don't want any dust or grime to get in there. So I'm just going to use some Gorilla Tape, and I'm going to tape up the back of that box so a bunch of loose dirt and debris doesn't get inside there. So I just started it. Here's the dash. I'm not seeing any error messages. Here's the infotainment. I'll hit audio, and Bluetooth is still working. Go home, and let's try the OnStar. Up here on the rear view mirror, there's no light on next to the OnStar button. On the infotainment, there's still an icon lit up. So let me hit that and see if it's able to connect. And it used to pop up. There used to be an option to dial in, and that is completely gone now. Hit account. Let's try this advisor call. Nope. Nobody's home. And with the phone plugged into it, Looks like my maps are working and the CarPlay music is still working. So let's try the FM radio. I think that's the only thing I haven't tried.